And then eventually we came across the Titan Impact Group who had some matching morals along with us. And we partnered up with Catherine Bell and Titan Impact Group on how we could help change lives and make people wiser, better doing real estate. So um, I think anyway, do we have anybody in here? I've seen Ashley in here.
Um,
Are you participating today or you got other things you got to focus on?
no, I was
Good
doing all the
morning.
technical stuff to get us live.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Are you with us today or you got other things you got to do?
Good morning,
Good
guys.
morning, everyone. Doing
How-
deals with all the things. Okay, there's Kimberly. We are live streaming. There we go. Doing all the things. So good morning. Um, Ashley, do you have any deals you want to run? I know you've been working on a few things.
Yeah, I have a deal that I started running and it was confusing because I'll just explain it. It's like a little condo on a mountain in North Central Phoenix that the guy redid it. It's decently cute inside. It's the biggest one in the complex and it has an extra space underneath it. That was like they said is permitted. It's on like the square footage, but there I can't find a lot of information about it. I don't know. But I just wanted to run the numbers and see. To me, they're saying,
Pull it up and share your screen. Let's take a look at it.
okay.
That's the best way to get through it, figure it out.
Okay, sharing my screen. So this is the property, 1056 East Butler Drive, Unit 3A in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay, so there's one thing missing. And this is, you and I got an appointment later to do the demo on this. You just put the address, but you didn't give it any instructions. You didn't tell it any prompts. And so
Okay.
it's just going to repeat back to you what you sent to it and probably a little bit more information. But run this deal will get you a whole different list of info. So go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead. No, 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 not right now. Let's finish. Let's take a look at what you got right here. Let's see
Oh,
what
okay.
you got.
It's a condo, one bedroom, one and a half bath, 1,425 square feet, built in 1966. He bought it for 387, but he's offering it for 360, and he's owned it for 4 years.
That's called negative appreciation or depreciation in value.
Right.
And most of the time that happens in condos. Condos hardly ever appreciate in value.
It's had some recent sales, so I don't know why he's having such a hard time selling his, especially because it's the bigger unit.
Yeah.
But
So that's as far as you made it right there, or what? Oh
mm-hmm,
no, you got some more there. 360. So you answered a question, I'm assuming.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what he wanted to sell for.
Got it, got it, yeah. So
Um, There's another unit in the complex currently at 388 asking,
Yeah,
hasn't closed yet. And then it says reportedly another unit 4C sold for 390 in July of 2024.
right.
So yeah, it's gone down since then. And the next question, are you planning a flip, long-term rental, or burr? I said, would it be a good short-term rental? Potentially, yes. But when I was looking, there's nothing really around it that would make sense to me for a short-term rental.
Right. I mean, aside from having a great view or being up on top of the cliff or anything like that, right?
Yeah, it does have a good view.
Right.
Or, yeah.
Okay.
So it says, it would be a go with conditions.
Okay. It's picking out some stuff, but it's not providing you with a full detailed go run this deal report. So is
Mm-hmm.
that the end of your, is that the end of it right there? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got some X actions available. Let's do this, Ashley, if you don't mind. Go ahead and go back up all the way up to the very top where the address was.
Mm-hmm.
Copy the address. Just click the copy button right there.
Okay.
All right. Close this conversation and go start a new conversation. Right there. Drop it in there. And then you're gonna hit the shift enter button. Give yourself some space underneath it. And right there, put run this deal. And boom. And so while that's cooking, it's gonna now, you'll watch, it's gonna add more websites and it's gonna add more resources for you to utilize and understand, you know.
Do you want
Um,
me to show you the Zillow?
yeah, we can take a peek at the pictures real quick. I got a guy calling in about 4 minutes or 5 minutes on a piece of property that I looked at yesterday.
Okay.
And so we're gonna pop over and talk to him as soon as he calls. I'll take the call live so people can hear it.
Okay, I'll be fast. This is the view.
Very cool. I mean, it's very nice looking. It's clean,
Beautiful.
super nice.
And then there's an extra space, like 400 square feet underneath it, that I'm like, if you turn that into a little studio
Yeah, right.
or something. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's a pretty nice place
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Okay, do you want to go over this now or when you're done with your call?
Oh, go ahead. It takes like 3 minutes to get through it. So
Okay.
it worked for 57 seconds. Now this deal hunter report is this is this is the patented one. So go ahead and roll through this.
Okay, Deal Hunter report says executive deal snapshot, verified public market, 1 bedroom, 1.5 bath, currently shown off market. Current value indicated clusters around 300 to 395. Primary strategy, best is to buy and hold. Backup strategy, discount acquisition, cosmetic value add resale. Renegotiate. It does not like this conventional rental investment. Rent does not support the basis HOA and today's debt costs. It becomes interesting only if you buy below current retail value. The best same complex evidence is useful because it's an unusual hillside condominium. A 2 bedroom unit, a smaller 2 bedroom unit of approximately 1,148 square feet sold for 370 in November of 2024.
Okay, there you go. So market indications only, I would not underwrite 400 plus deal here on this, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Rental support shows that there's a rent in the unit for 1375.
Mm-hmm.
So the median rent in the area is 1590. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
Whoa.
unbelievable. We had a podcast guest that was scheduled and fortunately didn't get the link. That's crazy. Um, so yeah, looking here at your gross rents, you know, what you're gonna be paying monthly, your annual debt service, here's your DSCR score, it show you right here. That you're negative.
The
Like,
killer, yeah.
yeah, it's not even doable possible. Um, even if you went with like a seller financing, the only way you could do a seller financing on this is get really, really, really good terms with him and then
Mm-hmm.
turn around and provide, you know, above market terms to somebody else who can't can't do
A
um
regular conservative or typical like
like
loan.
a conventional loan, yeah,
Yeah.
right. So that's what you're gonna do there is in order
But
to fix this deal.
I was
I,
looking at his like interest rate and everything, and he's like in a hard spot. I don't even know how he could give
what's
me
his
like
interest
amazing.
rate right now?
I think it's like a 3.8.
A 3.8,
Uh,
yeah. Well, that's not bad. That's a decent interest rate.
but he bought it at like 387 or something.
Yeah.
This might be a real newbie question, but like are Airbnbs not doing so well over the
No,
uh
no,
And
Airbnb
it's
is done.
yeah, it's a lo
oh.
super location specific. So if you're not in downtown or by Scottsdale, like Old Town or something really specific, then it's a lot harder.
Mm,
Yeah, market saturation is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Cute little condo for like a single guy though.
Right.
I know a couple of those. So for sure.
Here's one more newbie question for over there. How's the college or the the wealthier community with like getting their kids little condos like that? Or is
It needs to
More
be
down in
near the college or
Yeah,
university.
more down in Tempe.
so it's not far away. Okay. Just for me with my kids, I kind of put them away purposely a little bit. So I just didn't know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's
So
probably
really
smart.
quick, Laura, can you actually speak to this? Because you just did this with your son.
I could if I could get myself off mute. um, yeah, so my son is graduated now, but he went to university in Spokane and he lived on campus for 2 years as that was required. And then we ended up buying what was technically our second home. And he moved into it. It's a 6 bedroom, 3 bath house. It's a 5-2 and a 1-1 basically. But he lived there for the rest of the time. He graduated in 23, so he lived there for almost 3 years, and then had roommates, had housemates, whatever you want to call them. And he still has it. He moved to Seattle in 2025, 20, I don't know. It's in the years are all running together, but he still manages
He
the
just signed his
property.
1 year lease on his condo.
Yeah, he moved in November of 20. Yeah, I don't know. It was an 18-month lease. But anyway, yeah, so he's just had different mostly friends, when he was living there, they were school friends, and now he's kind of in the process of, is he going to completely turn it over to a property management
Oh.
company and have them kind of manage it, or um, he's just sort of because all of the friends that he had that were there have since kind of moved
Graduate.
on. So
Are they still
graduated.
planning
How-
to do the school? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna, her original question, like, how close was she in the vicinity? How close was, I'm sorry, was he
Yeah.
in the vicinity to the?
So there's two main, yeah, it's kind of midway. There's two main colleges in Spokane. There's Whitworth, which is where he went to, and then Gonzaga. Most people have heard of Gonzaga because they're big into basketball and all that. But it's about, and those two schools are about 7 miles apart. Gonzaga is Whitworth is North Spokane,
Good morning.
and Gonzaga is closer to the freeway. And the house is just about halfway. It's probably a little closer to Whitworth than it is to Gonzaga, but it could work for students at either of them. So, yeah, it's been a, it's been I've
No,
been a
it's
real estate
brilliant.
investor for 20 years, 25 years. And he, because we know now what we didn't know then, we bought him a property at 16. So he's been a real estate investor since 16.
That is
And
brilliant.
he's be
Mhm.
26 in September and never had a job in high school. He lived off of that,
And
and even into college.
did they still rent to the college kids even when he graduated, or was that their plan?
Um, he had one friend that had graduated too and ended up staying there, and then a little bit of like his friend's brother uh or sister moved in, so there was a little bit of shifting around
Yeah.
and whatnot. But I think now it's almost to the point that um, that they're all gone, except for his friend that's there's a converted 1-1 unit above the garage. So
Perfect. Well, thank
um,
you.
yeah, but it definitely location matters, and um, yeah, so
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
way we did
No,
it.
that goes right into Catherine's 7 different streams of income.
Yeah,
Like that's brilliant. And that starts our kids off straight, perfect. Versus condo, you're actually getting even a larger stream, a larger equity increase, like the whole thing. It's a really good plan.
yeah.
Kimberly, are any of your kids coming to school here in Arizona?
We're thinking on it right now. So,
Okay.
yeah, they're right here in Colorado for right now, but we're kind of bipping in there and because we kind of live back and forth from there. And so I'm just kind of thinking through that. So I'll keep in touch with you, Ashley, too, about a lot of our real estate areas over there.
Okay. In regards to like the partying and
Yeah,
keeping them like a little farther away, I feel like I mean, that will help in a sense, but if they want to get to the parties, they're going to get there.
yeah,
And you don't want
yeah.
them traveling a long time to
Right.
get to school or
Yeah.
like, so maybe a
Mhm.
little bit of distance, but not like anything crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely true. Yeah, my daughter found a way anyway before the oldest one, so
Yeah. They're gonna be there if that's what they want to do.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, sadly, they'll find the party. You'd rather them crawl home than have to drive home.
yeah.
Is it within crawling distance? Nice.
Oh, I'm so glad she's in her 30s now. Like I'm really feeling happy.
Mhm.
Cool. So Michael made it on. Michael, are you with us?
I am here, yeah.
There he is.
I
Look at
think
how
I'm
pretty.
here.
Man, you look like okay, if you know Michael in real life, he
How do
is
I
not
see
that
myself?
small.
I can't
He
even
is not
see.
that small.
That's small.
Michael is a giant man. And so on our screensaver here, he's not looking too big.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't I can see my little thing in the little box.
In the side here, I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm glad he came on. But yeah, there you go. How you doing, Michael?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Doing good. Michael is MGI Capital. He's local here to Scottsdale. We've been friends now for what, almost a year, yeah?
About that, yeah.
Yeah, and he's actually gotten over how much is it, man? $2.3 billion in funding for people.
Yeah, we're a little over that now. But yeah.
Freaking amazing. Catherine and I had dinner with him and his partner about 6 months ago out at the airport, and we've been talking about doing deals. And he actually got a deal. Did you guys finally close on Club Scottsdale? Did that happen?
You're not gonna believe this.
Oh, shit.
No, it's all good. We ended up being ready to close, and the wonderful underwriter on the file somehow forgot to ask and get a phase one. So even though we were ready to go, they had to get a phase one. Thank God we had enough time for what the urgency was. So we were able to find a company that was able to do a phase one on rush. So we should get it back next week and we should close next week. But every other condition was signed off. I cannot believe an underwriter actually forgot to order a phase one.
Wow. Yep. I mean, that's understandable. Um, so now what? What is the timeline? Is it
Yeah,
gonna
it'll
pick
close
up?
next week. It just, there's never a deal that goes smooth. And in fact, having done this so long, I've literally manipulated my own self to believe that if a deal is going smooth, you need to be worried.
Yeah, right. If you're not prepping for the potholes,
Yeah, it's there,
you're
man.
it's a smooth highway straight off the cliff.
I don't care if that's residential, commercial, whatever it is. I mean, when you think about it, every transaction has, you got title, you've got the IRS, you've got HOAs, you've got mortgage, you've got real estate, you've got a seller, you've got a buy. There's 18 different people, and then each one of them have their own issues. So it's very rarely does a transaction actually go in a straight line.
Exactly. No, I get that. Well, I wanted you to come on today, kind of tell people who you are, what you're doing. And then also give us an opportunity to demo for you what we're doing inside of Deal Hunter, and maybe that would be something that you could utilize inside of your business. So I would like to take the opportunity to give you a chance to do a formal introduction about MGI, and then how long you've been in the business, how people can get in touch with you, and then let's run a deal. I want to brag on this program we got called Deal Hunter by Landshark.
Sure. Yeah. So Michael Uclano here in Scottsdale locally. I've been doing lending now for 24 and a half years. For the first 7 years of my lending career, I was in traditional lending. And then when everything kind of hit the fan in 08, 09, I got out of lending, swore I wasn't going to go back in. Ended up, I ended up finding my way back in by fluke. I had a really interesting transaction at the time. I was with my broker and I said, here's this lady who had this house and it was worth like 300 grand and she only needed a loan for 100. And I said, she's got bad credit, like profile's not in line, but this doesn't make sense. Like at the time we were lending 90 and 95% to 700 credit borrowers. And I'm going, well, that's cool. You're lending to them at 5%. They have nothing to lose, but we've got someone who hard money. I didn't know what it was at the time I could go, but we have someone who's looking for 30% of the value. It seems like a reasonable risk. And he's like, oh yeah, that's called hard money. And little did I know that's what stemmed the whole thing. And then, believe it or not, that deal I ended up wholesaling that deal. But the first hard money loan I ever did was a 24 property cross collateralization deal in Maryville for a guy who was a ticket broker, who bought a whole bunch of properties cash at like 09, 08, and he needed cash out to go buy more. So literally in the middle of the July sun, I had to go drive 24 properties. We ended up doing the deal, and that was my first hard money loan. So we're here local. I manage my own fund. We have outside investors. We have institutional channels. So yeah, quite a bit.
Nice.
Super cool.
Well, and Michael, I mean, I bust Michael's chops a little bit because of the fact that he's gotten to the point that he doesn't have to take risk. Like he wants to do deals. He's going to do deals where the deals can get done. He's not going to do deals like out in Tonopah, Arizona, where you got to have Dog the Bounty Hunter as your repo man if the people don't pay their bills, right? And so Michael and I are trying to find some deals because that's where I live. I live out where Dog the Bounty Hunter lives, right? But I'm trying to find deals locally inside of Scottsdale that I can work with Michael on. So I'm pitching him stuff all the time. And so that's why I wanted to kind of bring you on, Michael, show you what I'm doing inside of Deal Hunter. Deal Hunter's an AI tool that we developed. So are you using AI at all, Michael?
Sadly, no. It's probably something I need to get way better at.
Bro, we can hook you up. We can hook you up. So what I'm gonna do, I just want to show you real quick what I've done inside of using just regular old chat GPT. And brother, I ain't no smarter than you. Like you and I consider you actually a little bit elevated in education because you're really from Texas. I just look like it. So um, you know, and so from that, I'm the imposter, not Michael. Here on ChatGPT, you're familiar with this. I think you probably use ChatGPT, don't you,
Yeah.
Michael?
I
A little
like
bit,
Gemini if I'm just asking questions, but yeah.
throwing questions at it, understood. Um, I use Gemini, I use Claude, I use ChatGPT, I use all of them, and I use all of them differently because they're all particular about the way they operate. And in particular about this one is ChatGPT is more for the client. It's more front facing for B2C, right? Or B2B, B2C. And what I came up with is this is a due diligence. You were talking about that underwriter making that mistake probably because she got too much work to do prior to making those phone calls. This would cut that down by half easily. It's called Deal Hunter by Landshark. And so why don't you, if you don't mind, Mike, give me an address of something you know real well. Should we use maybe Club Scottsdale, or do you have another property that you could think of?
Um, like a deal. Yeah, I mean, we could use Club Scott, so that's fine.
A deal you're familiar with, something you're intimate with enough that when we put the numbers in there, it's going to come back. Because I just did one. I'll give you an example of one. This is a property read that I just did. It's a vacant lot on Zillow. I look at vacant lots because I like to rent them out. This one's a hairy one. This is one you probably wouldn't touch, Michael. It probably would be okay with hard money, but um, like this one, let's see, that's an AI generated BS. It's literally just a vacant lot in the middle of town and an infill lot behind a commercial property. And so the guy next door is running a junkyard. So I would basically rent out this entire dirt lot. I first put gravel all the way across it, fence it off, and then rent it out to a contractor for about 25 to $2,800 a month. As long as it has good access and stuff, they pay 2,500, $2,800 a month. Put a little mobile office out there, boom, done. I love these all day long. These are my favorite.
What's the
So
price on that?
85, they're wanting 85,000, but the guy's going to be creative with me, and I'm going to work out a deal where I'm going to probably get it owner finance for about 10 grand and then just split it with them when we rent it out.
Wow.
So, yeah. But again, this is where it came from, was using my AI. So do you have the address to Club Scottsdale handy, Michael?
Here, I'll look it up. Hold on.
I can do it. I got some of my favorites actually.
It's 14982 North 83rd Place.
Scottsdale, Arizona. And so I structured this particular program. It's structured to look at every deal I put through it. It looks at it for me as an investor. It doesn't look at it as a homeowner. But Deal Hunter itself, this can be fixed to operate for people that do buy and hold, people that do fix and flips, people that do multifamily. I can get it to respond however you want it to. But on this one, I like giving it just the address and a very simple prompt, run this deal, and hit the button. And now it's going to go into an extensive amount of research using the program I've put into it to pull back and provide us with lists of information. I'm actually for people like Michael, I'm actually coming up with the website for this. Here's the website. So you're giving me a chance to showcase this. What are you hunting for? Chum the waters below. Like put in here, what are you looking for? Are you looking for single family? You looking for commercial? Are you looking for multifamily? What kind of investment are you looking for? You can put that in here and you're gonna hit that hunt for deals like rentals in Scottsdale. Very simple. This is, by the way, the beta version, so it's just gonna return some samples. It's not live yet, but boom, it'll return samples that you can then go and hit that run this deal, and it's going to provide us with a deal report. And then you can add to it like building a capital stack. And here's where it comes important, Michael. I can tag you in here and be like, reach out to MJ, MJI Capital for more details. Right. And so as this becomes a popular tool for investors, realtors, brokers, all those people, they can again come in here, put the info, get the due diligence report, and then find out like what to do, what to do next. So expanding the report, it gives them public records, zoning entitlements, all that. And then not only that, but it keeps track of them for these people. They're going to have their own area where it's going to show all the different deals. The deal room, though, what the key is when they actually find a deal that strikes and it's good and it could make money, we're inviting them to come back to the deal room like we're doing right now, and they're going to be able to pitch that deal, and they're going to have a full report to do it with, put it on the table for us, like right here. It'll allow them to download it, create a pitch document, or just submit it directly to us. So the membership on this, people are going to get 5 free deals to run from their account. They can make multiple accounts and get more freebies if they want, or just pay a flat $5 per deal. Like, got a deal, run $5. Like, what does due diligence really cost?
Right.
Time. So if it's $5, it's $5. But if you're running deals on a regular, like Ashley over there, Ashley like runs 3, 4, 5 deals a day sometimes. She might want to go with the $50 a month or the $500 a year deal, because that'll give her access to what I'm going to show you here. And so in 37 seconds, it went and pulled, let's just make sure it's the right place. That looks like the right place. Outdated photo though. Let's see, I'm pretty familiar with the place as well, but it shows that this is ran as a commercial owner user value add acquisition with an investment hold backup. So listing says do not disturb tenant. It is listed on LoopNet. Let's go verify.
Yeah, I know the whole story on this.
Yeah. So yeah, Michael and I talked about it. Michael, the owner of it, not Michael, this Michael. But here it is listed on LoopNet, and they've got the details for it. So obvious, it is got the right information, the size of the club, the year built. It's got a C4 zoning, which means that that roof deck can happen, right? Current asking price, it's unpriced, calling for prices. The current Crexy listing shows that it went up on June 25th, 2026, and it was listed through Colliers. So there's another resource that it's pulling from to do the due diligence. Now, here's where the fun stuff begins. Basically, it pulled the last verified sale in April of 2025 for $9 million. So public record also showed a history that there was a $4.5 million sale in 2022 and a $2.5 million sale in 2020. Like, this is pulling in 37 seconds, Michael. It pulled the last 3 sales. How long does it take you to pull the last 3 sales on anything?
Maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Okay. But you're a professional in the industry, right? And so somebody else would have to go through public records websites to get that. You've got a program that provides that for you though, right?
Yeah, I mean, we use MLS or possibly like a prop stream or something like that.
Right. You're using on a daily average, how many different programs do you use to get your information?
Maybe 1 or 2.
1 or 2? Well, I mean, between if you use PropStream and MLS, do you use any of the public data websites like?
I'll use Zillow every once in a while if it's super fast and easy. I don't really trust it.
Right, got it, got it. So, inside of this, the rest of the report shows that, why the property is interesting. It provides us with comps and the support of the comps based on the $9 million price. So it might come back and say that, we need to adjust the price and provide a preliminary range with supported value. Um, and so it's providing that through occupancy trends that are posting on a website called Choose Scottsdale, and they're tracking this information. So this program's entire job is not only to provide data, but also provide the source where the data came from. So um, income and hold analysis is broke down, acquisition economics is broke down, funding strategy is broke down, and it gives me a first path, second path, and a third path on how to acquire these things. And it can even make suggestions on who to seek about financing. I've got the public record and due diligence read, and then it lists who, what has not been verified yet. And the cool thing is I can ask it to verify all this stuff, or I can go do it myself using all the programs you have. But with this, I take this list, plug it in there, and if I add your programs, it would look for me. I wouldn't even need to tell it. So some of the bigger red flags is that current owner paid 9 million over 16 months ago. Why are they selling? And we understand the story to that. There's no hidden facts. We're trying to raise capital to make that place awesome. So tenant economics are hidden, which again, you can use assumptions inside of a deal. And then you've got the air park industrial vacancy deteriorated. The vacancy over by the airport is increasing, but there's a shift, and they're shifting over to what Club Scottsdale is. What used to be there is moving out. What's coming in is what Michael and Club Scottsdale is providing. So, and then there's a little bit of the discrepancy on like the public record versus what's listed. And it's because I think that we have more space added and available upstairs than what was originally counted in public record. So, stress tests and breakpoints explained here. There's a mini SWOT analysis, negotiation strategy, like how to come in and offer less money, even though that's not what we're going to do. Primary and backup exits are included. Then there's a lender view, financial, a final deal hunter verdict, which is it'll either be a go or a no go. And in this situation, it says do a renegotiate. And so it's doing it based on no backstory and just three little words: run this deal. So, um, how do you feel about this, Michael? Is this a pretty in-depth report for just three little words in 37 seconds?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. Obviously, knowing this deal, it's pretty accurate. There's some outside things in here that it wouldn't know. But yeah, I'd say to know that much that fast, I'd say so.
Yeah. Well, and this helps with investors who want to make decisions quick. You know, it's hard enough to go out and find deals, but then when we look at deals, we need to be able to run those deals fast, and want to run those deals fast. And so, getting information quickly is hard when you got to go through a real estate agent or a broker or like this one. This one, the price isn't listed, so we got to call them, right? Um, Fortunately for us, we know the owner, we can do all that. But what I can do is I can even add to the context here. And so I can go here and inside of the deal, I can put, I'd like to add some background information to this. The Lapin Motors is no longer there. This is a social club that has over 150 members. And the membership ranges between 500 a month and 1,000 a month. There's also car storage being fashioned here. Go look up the website clubscottsdale.com to learn more about it, and then let's discuss the deal further. So now I can make it go do homework because you and I know the backstory to this and what this place has become. Club Scottsdale is an entrepreneur social club, and they have they have an immense amount of car enthusiasts involved there because of the past tenant being Lappin Motors and being an exotic car dealer. So it kind of spills over. It just, cars, jets, watches, coins, collectibles. A lot of that is upper echelon. And so Michael, owner of YNR, bought the building for that purpose. And so I just gave it that little bit of info, Michael, and here we go. It's showing us like now a breakdown of what 150 members could mean, shows what the vehicle storage could turn out looking like. There's an investment thesis that changes the strategy in buying the building or using DSCRs. Like I recalculated the whole deal in less than 30 seconds. And so how often are you in a deal, Michael, where something is you're like 500 yards into the weeds on it, and something snags, and you have to go back and undo everything and restart over at the beginning and work the deal back through in another direction?
Yeah, too often.
Okay, this does it in like a fraction of the time. Like you can literally be like, we had a hiccup, go back and redo it, and 30 seconds you'll have it all redone, the whole thing. So it's absolutely mind blowing how quickly I can get results out of this, when looking at it for those purposes. So, but yeah, so like we've got the Auto Car Club, which is basically right next door. They're used as an example. There's a Finish Line Auto Car Club storage thing right here. It's got an article. We can deep dive that. And then it's going to ask questions. Like if I answer all these questions, it's going to give me a better analysis. And it doesn't mean I have to answer every question, but as long as I'm able to provide more, it's going to bring more and it's going to increase more. So it supplies us with like the metrics that need to be taken and taken into consideration, and then a revised deal. It went from renegotiate to go with conditions. But it still wants me to renegotiate a lower price because again, its mind is built to be an investor. Investors never pay full price for anything. Otherwise, it wouldn't be an investor.
Right.
In real estate, you're trying to you don't make money on the sale, you make money on the buy. And so this was trained to make money on the buy. And so that's why it's saying, get it to 7.25 and we'll talk. Right? It's negotiating harder than my grandfather in the cornfield, you know. So, well, I mean, my grandfather would walk a banker out in the middle of a cornfield and be like, this is what I need. And if you want to get out of this cornfield, you're going to give it to me. And so if they'd be like, nope, he'd be like, okay, I'll see you later. And Grandpa'd walk straight out of the cornfield. Grandpa knew where to go. You leave a banker in a cornfield, they don't know where to go. They're looking up, they're looking around, everything looks the same. They're lost. Right. And so that's what Grandpa would do to a banker if he needed to go negotiate. He'd just take him to the middle of the cornfield and be like, okay, I'll see you later. Let me know when you change your mind. And they were screaming, I'll give you what you want. Grandpa'd wait until the lights were out so they couldn't figure it out. He'd go out there and get them with a lantern and bring them back out while it was dark. So, but anyway, so that's what Deal Hunter does right there, Michael. And so I actually used it recently. I hope this is impressive for you. But I
Very impressive.
used it recently to actually go and find some property. Somebody was looking for mobile home parks in Kingman, Arizona. And so a client asked me to get busy trying to find him and source him some deals. And so we used it to go find it. And if my computer was operating properly, probably lost connection. No, still got connection. Come on. There we go. It's trying to work. Inside of the I told it what the buyer was looking for and dropped it in there. They actually just sent me a text message. So I copied, pasted it, dropped it in here, provided me with 6 opportunities. Some of them online, some of them for sale. And so it broke it down into the first 2 that I would, that there's these are these are a variety of multifamily and mobile home parks. And so it says these are the 2 multi-families to hit first. and then go take a look at these mobile home parks. And then it said excluded from the list was a 10 unit in Kingman. But it was actively listed. So, because I wanted only off market. So it provided me with off market that's being listed, but then this came up as a unit. And so I can use this as a good understanding of the comparables that it's providing me up here in these other ones, where it's a 6 unit or an 8 unit. I can do the comparable and be like, okay, this off market property, they're wanting X amount of dollars, whereas the on market property, they're wanting this. And then I can begin to understand, you know, where the value is inside of maybe buying something on market because I'm dealing with a knowledgeable seller sometimes. Sometimes that's better than dealing with somebody who's just trying to for sale by owner. You can get into some trouble doing that. So here's this one here. It's showing the rents and a way to get a hold of them. I can pull the information to get a hold of them to get more information on that one. But for sourcing deals and finding, finding properties, this has been what we started with, but what it blew up into was like just mind blowing how quickly it can rewrite deals for us and put everything together and come up with stuff. So one of the other things it does pretty cool is it also makes up some of our artwork too. So I told it that we have our podcast every day, and I said, make a podcast, folder. Boom, made a podcast flyer for us. So I
Yeah,
love
I
it.
like that. I like that image.
Well, are you familiar with are you familiar with the Saturday Night Live skit? Saturday Night Live skit called it was back from the 70s. You're probably too young for this. You're what, 10 years younger than me?
I'm 44, yeah.
Yeah, you're young pup. They had this thing called it was called the Land Shark skit, and it was just a funny skit from the 1970s. Dan Aykroyd really sold it big time. He was good at it. I think Dan Aykroyd was actually the damn shark because he was the tallest one of all the people on Saturday Night Live to actually be the shark that came through the door and started eating people. But there's a whole skit about land shark, and so somehow between starting the podcast and the mastermind called Land Shark Mastermind, it was just about being a shark and going after land, and then it morphed into our mascot being the land shark from Saturday Night Live. So it's quite hilarious how that worked. But one of the things, this is just an example. You see all the tabs open up here at the top. That's what it used to look like for me running real estate. Now all these tabs up here are just me verifying. Yep, yep, yep. And then I go back and close them. I'm no longer doing the work in there. The work comes out of ChatGPT. And so and eventually ChatGPT is going to power this, and this will just be a website and people won't need to worry about going to GPT to do it. The other thing that we're including too, Michael, I don't know how much rehab and fix and flip clients you have, but I would love it if you tell them about our program called Free Estimates. Free Estimates literally gives them the opportunity to pick like a repair, remodel, restoration. What are they doing? Put the zip code, and it will provide them, if they give them pictures, if they provide pictures, it'll give them a full rundown, like Arizona Register of Contractors um, uh, legal contract showing exactly like all the things they need to do. They can get a schedule, they can get they can get a budget, they can get an estimate. It provides more than just numbers. It provides complete details about all the different things that they can do inside of that job. I want to see if I can find one that I used. Here's one right here. And as a matter of fact, this guy's coming at 10:15 today. I got to get to this job. This is a a water leak. And this will be the last thing I try to impress with Michael today. MJI Capital. I'm going to get a house and we're going to do some work together, Michael. I swear to God. Here we go. So I have a house that has a leak under the sink right here. The leak is coming out from underneath these pipes. It's coming out from underneath the slab. And so I had the homeowner take the pictures, and send them in to us. And it was like pictures of the countertop, pictures of you know, like the water even came out the side over here, and ruined the side over there. So, we ran all those pictures in there and said, you know, I need to know how much it's gonna cost to fix it. Gave it the zip code and how many square foot of tile I might need to replace, and boom. It started providing me with the demolition, the floor, the disconnect, the slab restoration, like all the way down, all the way down. So, with the final subtotal being around 25,000, plan a budget of 27,000. I told it, here's my logo, provide me a contract, and boom. I got a contract with my logo on it, sent it to the client, all done. Then I talked to the insurance agent, and the insurance agent said, hey, I need to know if you guys can do a reroute. So I called another contractor in to do a reroute. He gave me the estimate. I took a picture of it and said, this is from the plumbing and leak guy. Figure out a reroute. I had the conversation with it, pretty extensive conversation about what we needed to do to get the reroute done. It said it understood it, re-explained it to me. I provided it with pictures of the area that the reroute would occur. And then boom, it provided me with a whole, a whole contract, ready to go. Logo, info, sign and date. Boom, done. These are like, this used to take me 5 to 10 hours a day to write up contracts. This would have been one of about 6 contracts that I stored up for the week. And on Friday, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to do anywhere between 1 and 6 contracts. One contract's a waste of my time. But if I can get 6 contracts written on a Friday, then it's worth my time because I got to sit here, go through the whole thing. With AI, I can do it on the spot. Picture, info, talk, send me the contract, boom, done. Here you go. It's emailed in 40 minutes. Done.
Killer.
So it's got, it's got all the knowledge of the blue collar, brilliance that I have, if there's any of that left from the years of abuse I put myself through. But AI takes what I was able to do and accelerates it and compounds it to where now I'm getting amazing information. Like here, they gave me a water service shutdown property safety condition, like so I could send that to the homeowner and be like, here you go. Like, we're not responsible for XYZ. Oh, it would have cost me $500 for a lawyer to write that. Right. And so the lawyer's never going to have to act on it because once I send it to the homeowner, they're done. They're never going to worry about suing me because it's right there. So did I have to pay a lawyer to do it or just write it up and have it sound like the lawyer? And then here you go. I'm not pretending I'm a lawyer. I'm just telling them, here's your terms and conditions. And boom, done. Right. I get change orders done on this. Here's an itemized breakdown for the price of stuff for the homeowner. Because sometimes, how often have you had work done and there's just a price and they like words about what they're going to do? It's like, tell me why it costs so much again.
Yep.
So inside of this, I don't have to worry about that. But anyway, we only got like 4 minutes left. Catherine, do you have anything to add today?
Yeah, I think that I think the other piece is inside of what you were talking about, that the website you were showing us, that there's going to be affiliate links for people to be able to share. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Because I think that's
When
I
we get the
think
website launched, people that are in here will get the first chance to get it out and spread the word. And as a matter of fact, now you just gave me an idea with this affiliate link. If people actually get other people to use it, I might give away like free memberships for it to people that are able to get other people to use it. If they're spreading the word, Um, I'd love to have somebody, do all that. So,
Well, again, it's the inside of the 7 streams of passive income. When I talk about the 13 streams of passive income that I had created prior to Christopher passing, is that uh, I did a ton of affiliate marketing for lots of different companies. And there's affiliate marketing that I did 20 years ago that I still get paid off of today. So
yeah,
it's another brilliant way of, and I think that when we're natural networkers, at least I know I am, I know all of you happen to be, it's like we're all, as we're having those conversations, oh, by the way, oh, by the way, oh, by the way. And you might as well get credit for the introduction and the oh, by the way, right? Like,
Mhm.
and I know that I am definitely more inclined to share the introductions for people that I'm able to collaborate with versus people that are just in the deal just for them. So, yeah, I
This,
get hit up all day, every day for introductions. So, if
mhm,
you want me to make introductions, then let's collaborate on something. If
absolutely.
right.
there's no
Then
collaboration, I'll go with the person who will actually collaborate with me. So, the point being is that this is made up. Tommy created this as a form of collaboration. And, again, another stream of revenue for people that are really good networkers. And, you know, yeah.
I love it too because people want you to like share their products or do stuff. And I'm really hesitant because if I don't truly believe in something or,
Yeah,
I don't want to put my name behind it. But this
Right.
is something I'd love to share with people. And I meet people all the time because I'm in sub two who this is the main part of what they need to learn. They're
Right.
like, I'm interested in real estate, but I don't understand how to underwrite and look at all the things, or figure out, the analysis. This is perfect. So,
and it would cost buckets of money to hire somebody like Michael. Michael is brilliant when it comes to underwriting and looking at deals. It takes him like minutes because he's done it so much. He's done it so often. He's very proficient at it. And so unfortunately you can't carry Michael around in your freaking pocket, right?
mhm.
So inside of that, um, add this to the affiliate page for the image. You can carry this around in your back pocket though. And so we'll pull it up real quick because they just, while we were talking, I added the affiliates page. So it's here. And so when you click on affiliates, it's going to have a different image here. I'm going to get rid of the alcoholic shark and put them in there with somebody else. But you can join the affiliate waitlist right here. It'll probably say join affiliates, become an affiliate by the time anybody else sees it, because when we launch it, it's going to be plugged in, ready to go. But the goal would be to get you a code that you share with people. We're going to provide a QR code or a URL. Share that on your page. Use the URL. Be like, here, you want to, when you go to those networking events, flash that URL, get people to download it because it's going to be on the App Store. It's going to be in the iStore, and it's going to be online. It's going to be a web app that you can use from your computer as well. And so inside of all that, it is now 10 o'clock. We wrap up every day with a prayer, and we ask that anybody that had a good experience today to come back, bring a friend. So, Heavenly Father, we thank you for the blessing of this day and the blessing of this life. We ask that you continue to bless and guide us so that we may always do your will. Go out into the world and help us do the things that you need done. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Good.
Awesome.
Thank
Well,
you.
I have to get ready to go um, meet my investor. I'm gonna go jump on that. Michael, thank you for coming. Get back with us in the future. And Kimberly, we look forward to it says true story. I'm not sure what was the story you thought? Did she go already?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I was just reading these chats. So,
Really quick, Tommy, I'm looking for a 2 to 3 acre fenced in like piece of land that does have electric. Someone wants to rent it for like enterprise to like park all the extra cars
yep,
when they're not being rented. That one you were talking about is like pretty much what I need, but I think I don't know if that in
it's too
Surprise would be
small.
the right
It's too
area.
small. It's
Okay.
it's not even a full. It's not even a full acre. It's like a half acre. Like
Oh, okay.
it's like
Well, I'm
barely a half
looking for
acre.
something like that for a client.
Okay,
They want to lease it.
okay,
Okay, we'll talk more about that.
awesome. All right,
Thank
and
you
then you and I
guys.
have an appointment today at what time?
I think it's tomorrow. You didn't have one available for today.
Oh, it's not. We don't have one today. Okay.
There was no
Um,
availability for today, but it's tomorrow.
if you have time, I can take you today. Um,
Okay,
looking
what
at my
time?
schedule right now. What time do you have available? Let's take a look at that.
Like noon?
I'm trying to see. Yeah, shows here I'm good. Um, so yeah, let's do noon.
Okay.
And we'll talk about that for a little while.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you, honey.